Hello everyone, hello. Cesare here with more Final Fantasy XIV. Let's change our pet for today. What do we get? Got Minion of Light, a little white mage. Alright. Joining us today is of course Miro, but we also have Faye in chat and Vector. How you guys doing? How was your weekends? And Faye asks me, how was my weekend? My weekend was pretty good. I rested a lot. My leg is feeling much better. It's still, I still feel the pain in it, but it feels more like a straining muscle right now than an actual slip disc. Like somebody stabbed me in the leg and ripped the knife up it or something. Like, yeah. So if you guys recall, yesterday we got quite a bit done. We started over in Summerford Farms, and we learned all about some kidnappers and how men with blue tattoos are taking well, pirates really, and doing something with them. We found out that those people are called the Serpent Reavers, and they're pirates in service to the Sahagin. Now we haven't met the Sahagin, but they are fish. What the Lominsans call fishbacks. But they're basically like a beast tribe that are like aquatic. Now, I do have in real life right now, they're out there doing lawn care. So if they get too close to the window, I'll be muting the mic, as I have done in the past. They started doing the lawn stuff around 10 a.m. and then just stopped doing it for whatever fucking reason. So if you guys can hear it, let me know and I will mute until that's done, because I don't want that recording. Anyway, then we went to Lower Lanasia and helped Morby Dry Docks with a problem. There was a group of pirates down there that were looking to blow up the new battleship they were building, because it represented all the things wrong with Limsa Lominsa and the way it's changed over the years. And they wanted to go back to the old ways. And then we had the commander, or the Admiral, of Limsa Lominsa meet with us, where they wanted to congratulate us for everything we've done thus far. We went to a banquet, and then we had the strange thing happen where we could see the past, and we saw what happened at the 7th Umbral Calamity when Bahamut was summoned. But from Merwim's perspective. Greetings, Miro. Admiral Blokwiswin awaits you in the command room. Shall I announce you? And now we're heading back there after we passed out on her in the middle of her story. Anyway, here's her office. Very officey. So, got a side room. You can see out here. Ah, Miro, it is good to see you on your feet again. You are recovered? Then let us waste no time. I have a task that needs doing, one I would entrust to no other. The duty I have in mind for you requires some explanation. I do hope you have not made other plans. To business then. Alright, the Lominsan Envoy. I have penned a letter to each of my counterparts in the Eorzean Alliance. The Battle of Cartano and the calamity that followed claimed countless lives. It has been 5 years since those of us who were spared that dragged ourselves from the ashes to look upon an Eorzea we scarcely knew. 5 years, and yet the people still suffer. Their lives are fraught with worry and hardship, and the warriors of light who might once have given them hope are gone. Yet we must press on regardless. We will never truly do so, however, till we have faced our past. To that end, I am proposing that a memorial service be held in each of the city-states on the 5th anniversary of the Battle of Cartano. These letters contain the details of said proposal, and I would have you deliver them to our allies as my personal envoy. You have proven yourself a staunch and able ally to Limsa, But that is not my only reason for choosing you. No, I choose you because you possess a quality which puts me in mind of history's champions. A quality I feared lost. Say that you will perform this duty. I knew you would not disappoint me. This task shall take you from the borders of our nation to the city-states of Gridania and Al-Uda. A grueling journey, to be sure. Were you to travel by sea and land, but I mean to have you take to the skies. An airship pass, to be used at your discretion. Airships bound for the nations of our allies leave from the landing connecting to the bridge. But before you depart, I suggest you trouble Bataran for a few pearls of wisdom regarding each of your destinations. The old bastard is nothing if not well-traveled. 'Tis a pity I cannot issue such passes with a freer hand, as I did in more peaceful times, when berths were not so limited. But in these times of war, every craft we commit to the clouds risks drawing the eye of the Empire, and every voyage must be born of necessity. Lest you doubt, I consider your place well-deserved. Nor am I alone in that opinion. There were other parties who would see you granted the privilege of air travel. Aye, Miro, your deeds do not go unnoticed. Full many see great promise in you, but I have flattered you enough. On behalf of Limsa Lominsa and her people, I bid you go forth, adventurer. Discover the realm for which so many have fought and died. Wonder and danger await you in equal measure, but turn not from either. Only by braving the unknown will you achieve the greatness of which you are surely capable. The light of the crystal guides you, and I wager that your destiny will be no small thing. Alright. So, Vector, Faye, how are you guys doing? How is your weekend? As you guys get to see, we are about to head out into the world and explore. We get to go to other city-states now. So we've shown off Limsa Lominsa pretty decently. We'll go get a look at her here real quick. Big ass crystal. So this is our starting city. This is Limsa Lominsa. You can see the Aetheryte down there. Pretty damn cool. Some boats in the distance. Of course it is nighttime because... Of course it's nighttime. Yeah, I like this city. Pretty damn nice. Alright. Well, let's go talk to Bataran, because we are going to go to one of the other two cities. Back from your meeting with the Admiral, are you? Personal bleeding envoy? So you'll be carrying the word of the Admiral herself to the leaders of the Alliance? Bugger me! I knew you was going up in the world, but I didn't realize you'd gotten that bloody high. I'm proud of you, lass. Thinking how far you've come. Why, just enough to bring a tear to me eye. And that ain't the ale talking neither. Well, not just the ale, at any rate. Bless the navigator for steering you my way. Of course, this is only the start. Now you've got your hands on the airship pass, the all of yours is laid out before you, like a fair maid on a feather bed. And she's a big girl too, with plenty of enticing nooks and crannies. If you think us Limsons are characters, just wait till you cross paths with the grim forest dwellers of Gridania. Or trade coins with the crafty merchants of Ul'dah. And then there's the wild places where the beasties rule, and no bugger with an ounce of sense sets foot. But you're a adventurer, so I wouldn't let a little thing like that hold you back. Of course, it ain't all exploring and excitement. There's a heap of troubles that plagues every nation, see? Tain't your stars. I'm talking intrigue and infighting, beastmen and their goddamn primals. Aye, there's an ugly side to life, and sooner or later, you're bound to walk into it. But I'll wager there's a bugger all out there that you can't handle. Something tells me you're going to be just fine. The realm's at it rough, 'tis true, but folks are beginning to recover from the beating the calamity dealt them. Call me an all-plus optimist, but wouldn't take much to turn things around. This is the perfect time for a venture like yourself to get out there and make a difference. Well, what are you waiting for? Oh, there we go. You had a fine weekend, Faye? Just fine? Nothing else exciting? That's okay. I hope it was at least relaxing. And you got to play some Aeudian Chronicles. I've been playing Infinite Wealth, and oh my god, I'm on chapter 10? And it's so good. Greetings, madame. This is the counter for passengers traveling to Gridania. Wait, aren't you that famous adventurer? It's Miro Prentice, isn't it? I thought I recognized you. You're an inspiration to us all, madame. Highwind Skyways is at your disposal. Will you be traveling with us today? Highwind, famous name from Final Fantasy. From Sid Highwind in FF7 to Kane Highwind in FF4. Actually, Kane's last name might be Highwind in FF2 as well. Oh. Or Richard, or Rickard. Rickard Highwind, not Kane. Alright, we're clicking the gangplank. You find yourself uninspired? How come, Jeremy? What's going on? I figured airship would inspire you greatly. Attention, all passengers! The airship bound for Gridania is about to depart. Please make your way to the boarding gate. Not gonna lie, this airship feels like the most unsafe airship I've ever seen. For passengers, anyway. Oh shit, look. Everyone's out to see Miro off. Zip the show like she fucked off. Good fortune to you, Miro! I don't know who the fuck this is. The day will come when your name means the same as hero to the folk of this realm. May you walk in the light of the crystal. No railings and the balloon is off to one side. I feel like he'd fall out, right? Castrum Occidens.
It has been 15 years, but the bitter taste of defeat lingers still. 15 years since the Imperial fleet set course for Mordona, led by the Egrios, mightiest of all vessels. Silver Till lay ripe for the taking, and all of Eorzea would soon be ours. Or so we believed. But an innumerable host of dragons met us that day, at the heart of which flew the great Midgard Zormer. Though we succeeded in slaying that lord among worms, the dread serpent's defeat was bought at too high a price. Our invincible flagship is lost, and all hope of victory with her. So ended our glorious conquest.
He's a biggin.
Eorzea, a blighted realm, riddled with false gods. Twice now it has eluded the Empire's grasp. For all the destruction it wrought, even Meteor, the great sin, failed to yield us control over it. And for this failure, the realm has sunk deeper into depravity. It is twisted beyond all reckoning, rotten nigh to the core. Yet, it must be saved. Only Garlean rule can bring order to Eorzea. It falls to us to deliver the misguided masses from their ignorance.
We are of one mind, Lord Van Balthar.
Senior engineers, please report to Magitech research following scheduled inspection.
Hey, is the Legatus really planning to take another tilt at Eorzea?
Hey? What hole have you been hiding in? We're in the midst of preparing for a new campaign, and a huge one at that.
But I thought the Emperor had given up the Western lands for lost after Cartano. What could the Legatus possibly hope to gain by acting alone?
I sense you harbor certain doubts over the wisdom of the Legatus's plan.
My lord!
Please, call me Nero. Tell me, where were you born?
Othard, my lord.
Alamigo, my lord.
Ah, codename Hummingway, I presume.
I don't know what you...
Silence. Your denials will not change your fate. I assure you, Frumentarium sees all. Clean up this mess, and do not miss any, or I shall be most displeased.
At once, my lord.
Garland, soon you will be made to know the true power of Magitech.
We keep killing our own dudes, and we keep losing. What could we be doing wrong? Team kill. Alright, look at us, guys. We've arrived in Gridania. So this is Gridania. Got big water wheels. Arrivals attended. Ah, you must be the envoy from Limsa Lominsa. Welcome to Gridania, madame. The Elder Seedseer awaits your arrival. They only kill the losers, though. Only the strong survive within the Garlean Empire. So, those two people were from Othard and Alamigo. I'm fairly certain that in the original, before they revamped the Realm Reborn, one of them said something different. That he was from Dalmasca, not specifically Othard. So that's an interesting change. Are they down there? Are they up there? Who the fuck is this person? What the hell am I looking for anyway? The Lominsan Envoy. There it is. Walk right by him. Greetings, good madame. You are the Lominsan Envoy, are you not? I received instructions to assist you. Pray, make your way into the city proper and identify yourself to the conjurer at Nafika's altar. She will admit you to the Lotus Stand, where the Elder Seedseer awaits. Alright, so there's certain classes here, guys, that if you start as them, you will begin in this city, which is Gridania. If you start as an archer, a lancer, or a conjurer, you will start in Gridania. And Gridania is a very pretty city. Now, this is not where I started my first character. You will see that somewhat soon. But it's a nice place. This is actually where, on this server, where a lot of the Brazilian players seem to hang out. Or those who speak Spanish and Portuguese like to hang out in this area. At least that's been my experience. Not all, though. Like, you got people of all walks of life hanging out, enjoying the game together. But this seems to be their favorite locale. Also, it's like, look at this. If you like the forest, this has a really nice architecture to it and everything. I'm a big fan of Gridania. My favorite class is Conjurer. I like Conjurer. I'm not very good at it. But if you take those same losers and stick them on the front line, your enemy kills them for you. And they might take out a couple of your enemies while they're at it. Yeah, they might. Alright. So, the Nafika stand is actually just outside of the Conjurer's Guild, so if you were looking to become a conjurer, you'd be going inside that tree. Which actually has an Nafika symbol on it. At least I think that's Nafika symbol. Can I see the symbols of the, I can see Halones, but I can't see the others. You are the Lominsan Envoy? Begging your pardons, madame, but might I inspect the missive you bear? A letter addressed to the Gridanian Elder Seedseer, Kanisana. Verily, this is the seal of Admiral of Limsa Lominsa. Please come with me. You started as an archer? Maybe you would have had more fun with a different class? Archer is very hit or miss for a lot of people. So that's possible. Lancer's a fun class? It is.
So you are the Lominsan Envoy. And an adventurer besides. The realm owes much to you and yours. On behalf of our fair nation, I bid you welcome. Please. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Khan-e Senna, Elder Seedseer of Gridania, and leader of the Order of the Twin Adder, our nation's grand company. I understand you bear a message from the Admiral.
A remembrance to the people of Cart now. To think that 5 years have already come and gone. You guys see that guy behind her there? The male with the beard? He's actually a Garlean that she saved at the Fields of Cart now. He was crushed underneath a suit of magic armor and left for dead, and she rescued him. Hey, I would love to tell them to fuck off. She collects Garleans. It seems like only yesterday that the Garlean Empire attempted to seize all that we hold dear. Rising in resistance, the city-states of Eorzea formed the Grand Companies and joined hands in alliance. But unbeknownst to us, the Garleans sought not to best us in battle, but moved instead to enact a terrible plot, the Meteor Project, by which the lesser moon Dalamud would be torn down from the heavens to annihilate all life below. In a desperate bid to save the realm certain destruction, our forces marched for the Cardinal Flats, and there met the 7th Imperial Legion. More bloody a battle I have never seen, and would never wish to see again. Yet the carnage was but a prelude to the atrocity which followed. But despite our best efforts, Dalamud continued its descent, and from it emerged the elder primal Bahamut, who proceeded to rain fire upon Eorzea. The 7th Imperial Legion was consumed in the blinking of an eye, while our own forces fared little better. That any among us was spared defies explanation. All seemed sure to perish. As the flames converged upon us, I prepared myself for death, only for a brilliant light to envelop me, relieving me of my senses. When at last I awoke, Bahamut was gone, and the land which had but moments before been aflame now seemed to be a place unknown, not simply ruined, but changed. Archon Louis Foy may well have been able to shed light upon these mysteries, but he, like so many, never returned from Cardinal. And so we were left with countless questions and no prospect of an answer. Yet such matters did not long occupy our thoughts, for we had far graver concerns. The calamity, as the devastation wrought by Bahamut had come to be known, laid our nations nigh to waste, and to this day we struggle to rebuild our lives and homes. To compound matters, the beast tribes continue to summon their primals, while the Empire encroaches upon our borders, consolidating its foothold in Eorzea. The outlook is, in short, is bleak. In the wake of the calamity, it has been all each nation could do to nurse its own wounds. Yet if we are to weather the coming storm, we must needs stand united once more. A remembrance of it may well present an opportunity to rekindle the unity which first gave rise to the Alliance. I wholeheartedly approve of the Admiral's proposal. The necessary provisions shall be made for a service here in Gridania. I don't even think we have Venmo here. Do we? Last I read we didn't, but maybe that's changed. If I Venmo you $6, will you go ahead and tell the lawn people to fondle your scrotum? Can I yell it from my window? You have done, people of Eorzea, a fine service this day, and I would not put you into further trouble. I shall see that my reply reaches the Admiral anon. You, meanwhile, are bound next for Ul'dah, are you not? Please send the Flame General my regards. Ah, and if you would be so kind, I should appreciate it if you would inform him that a pet of mine has been ill-behaved of late. My wolf, to be precise. Needless to say, he must be brought to heel, and I would very much welcome the General's counsel on how this might be achieved. I thank you for coming. May the 12 see you safe to Ul'dah and beyond. Take a moment here and show you guys a bit of the sights. At least a few of them, anyway. So over here is an area where a lot of events seem to take place in game. This is Miketo's Amphitheater. In fact, I'm just gonna go back and attune to each of these Aetherites and show off what's nearby. Britannia's probably your personal favorite. Assuming Lalafell and Ul'dah would not start there again. So I'm gonna grab this Aetherite over here, and then we're gonna take a short break as the first leg of our journey as an envoy is complete. When we come back, we're gonna be grabbing the Aetherites here in Gridania, so I can teleport around the city. And yeah. Here we go. Gonna attune to this, and then we'll be right back. I'll leave you with the view of this water wheel. Don't go anywhere.